of U.S. states. California is one of them. I don't know what the other ones are. Take a listen to this lawyer speaking on this topic. This is what the court said in that November 2015 case. This court stated that given its recognition that a person who is not the biological father of a child may be considered a parent against his will, which means even if you fuss and fight, hey, not my child, that's not my child, I don't want to be the parent. It's not that he even volunteered to say, I'm the daddy, call me daddy, call. No, against this will, they made this guy be the dad. Consequently, they burden him with the responsibility of paying child support. So what does this mean for the average brother who's hanging out with a single mom? What it means is, if she can get someone to write a letter or someone to come testify that, he took my child to school. He picked my child up from school. He paid for my child's clothing. He took my child to the doctor. He babysat. He took my child to a baseball game, football game. He overall spent his time with my child. And heaven forbid, they call you daddy or stepdad, right? So now what have you done? You've basically given them enough facts to at least allege that you've taken on the fatherly role. So when you break up with your ex-girlfriend and you say, I'm done with you, you cheated on me, you broke the windows out of my car, I'm through with you, she can then go find a family law lawyer, present to him that fact pattern, and then what? And then you get sued. You may not even have had a sexual relationship with the woman. That's how expansive this can go. So even if you're dating a single mother, and then you interact with that child in any type of way that appears as if you are a parent, and if you break up, she can then use that against you. And then you may have to pay child support. And if you do have to go to court, and then you end up spending thousands of dollars to try to get yourself off the hook. And I'm truly getting tired of hearing people say that real men will step up and take care of the kids. I'm sorry. If we want to go that route, let's just say a real man knows how to protect himself. A real man is not a fool. People that say these types of things are not aware of the depth in which men are at a disadvantage in the court system. And not every man has the money or capabilities to litigate these types of cases. So if I was a man in the world today, with the way the laws are stacked against men, there's no way I would even come close to a single mother. I'm sorry. There's too many things that can go wrong. False accusations, the potential to pay child support even if we're broken up. Anyone that has common sense is not going to put themselves in a position to be taken advantage of. At the end of the day, the potential for this to become a lose-lose situation is extremely high.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 26, and it reads, And I find more bitter than death the woman, whose heart is snares and nets, and her hands as bands. Whoso pleadeth Yahweh shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Chaha, Kodash. I want to give double honors to the head apostle, Nettles, great millstone, to rule well and teach well. Peace and blessings to you, sincere Akim, that are pushing this truth all over the four corners of the earth, week in and week out, in all truth and sincerity. All right, this is going to be a response to GMS Inland Empire 2. Watch, subscribe, and be edified. The title of this video is Barely Stay Away from Her. I'll leave the link in the description box as well. Okay, and as you've seen in the video clip, matter of fact, let's go ahead and scroll back. Concerning the laws, concerning, the court system and these judges, concerning these single mothers, concerning child support, okay? Now you don't even have to have a child with these women. You don't even have to have had quote-unquote sexual intercourse with these women. Concerning these single mothers, if you were just around the child, if you were seen with the mother while she was dropping her kid off at school or going out to dinner, okay, or you caught throwing the football, okay, or playing baseball in the backyard or the front yard, with her son or daughter, or sons or daughters, all right, you could be ultimately thrown on child support. You could be liable and obligated, okay, to stay in that child's life, and the child is not even yours, okay, which is just madness, man. Okay. Hey, and this is predominantly concerning who? The so-called black woman. All right. Now, this is not just limited to the so-called black woman, of course. All right. The other woman of the 12 tribes, the other 11 tribes. All right. And also these other nations as well, man. Okay. The system that we live in, they put these women up on a pedestal, so to speak, and they give liberty and they give power unto these women to do these particular things, man. Okay? Let's play this clip again. I'm going to stop it periodically.
California is one of them. I don't know what the other ones are. Take a listen to this lawyer speaking on this topic. This is what the court said in that November 2015 case. This court stated that given its recognition that a person who is not the biological father of a child may be considered a parent against his will, which means even if you fuss and fight, hey, not my child, that's not my child, I don't want to be the parent. It's not that he even volunteered to say I'm the.
So it's not my child argument, that's not my seed. That's some that's that kid, that son, that boy, that girl is not mine. That's no longer an argument in the courts now, man.
Daddy called me, daddy called. No, against this will, they made this guy be the dad. Consequently, they burden him with the responsibility of paying child support. So what does this mean for the average brother who's hanging out with a single mom? What it means is, if she can get someone to write a letter, someone to come testify that, he took my child to school. He picked my child up from.
And of course, these women are going to get someone to write a letter. Okay? All she got to do is talk to her friends, talk to her, her relatives, and say, hey, can you write this letter up? I'm trying to get this child support. I'm trying to get this. I'm trying to get that. Oh, sure, girl. No problem at all. I'll do it. I'll say this. I'll say that. And, and they very well could be telling the truth of what they've seen, But this is just wicked as hell, These laws that, we have to deal with, okay? On a daily basis, and they're ever so changing, man. Okay? And this is really geared against who? Geared against you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American men, all right? For these women to, use the system to their advantage, okay? To be able to get child support from multiple men, not only multiple men that they've had children by, but also now multiple men, which I believe this, what this lawyer is going into happened, years ago. But nevertheless, these women are now able to get support, to get money, to get funds, okay, from men that they are just seeing, not even necessarily sleeping with, okay, that are just in their lives, that are just so-called talking to, all right? So, hey, you bros, y'all can be careful messing with these single mothers, man, okay? Let's, real quick before we go on, I want to jump right back into Ecclesiastes 7 and 26. I'm going to start in verse 25, and I also want to go into the translation comparison. It's Ecclesiastes 7 and 25. I applied my heart to know and to search and to seek out wisdom and the reason of things, and to know the wickedness of folly, even of foolishness and madness. And I find more bitter than death a woman whose heart is snares and nets, and her hands as bands. Okay? Her hands as bands. It's nothing but traps with these women. Okay? They have an ulterior motive. They have alternate agendas. They're really not, in this so-called relationship just for you. They're in it for what they can get out of you. Sex, money, help around the house, even just saying on an appearance level that I have a man, I have someone that likes me. And now that she can go out with her other friends who are in relationships as well, and she's not looked at as that one who is single, so to speak. All right. Now let's go over to the blue letter. Let's go to the translation comparison. Let's go to the NLT. It says, I discovered that a seductive woman is a trap more bitter than death. Okay. It says, I discovered that a seductive woman is a trap more bitter than death. Her passion is a snare, and her soft hands are chains. Okay? You know, now on the outward appearance, she might look good. All right? She might be pretty. You know, she might talk that talk, say this and that. But, you know, deep down in her mind, you know, she's looking at how you're moving. She's looking at what you got, what kind of car you drive, you know, this, that, and so forth. You know, and, you know, if she says that worst comes to worst, I can do this, I can do that. I have different avenues, different routes I can take. Okay. And she's a lot, and, you know, majority of these women exploit and use these avenues that are laid out for them. Okay. Now let's look up that word seductive real quick. And I want to go into another translation as well. You know, she says she's so seductive. Let's see, Salakia. Let's go to, this is seductive. And this is just a simple Google search. It says tempting, attractive, enticing. All right, these women, you know, are very, very enticing, especially if they have some type of looks, or if they have an attraction, some type of a level of where they look good and they're attractive to the majority of men, right? Okay. They use that to their advantage. All right. And this is your everyday average woman. Okay. She ain't got to be, you know, a top tier or a celebrity or somebody that, you see on TV. These are your every average day woman, from the woman that are don't even really look that good. Your 3s and 4s, you know, can pull these type of moves. Okay. Can run circles around, man. That's how these devils set it up, man. Okay. It says, let's go into some of these words. Suggestive, alluring, okay? Captivating, bewitching, all right? It says inviting, enticing, all right? You know, and that's how, you know, these women are, man, okay? Like the scripture says, man, her soft hands are chains. She seeks to put chains around you. She seeks to restrict you. Okay? She seeks to cause you to go against, you know, your human male nature, so to speak, man. Okay? And ultimately she wants to hold you back and hold you down. Even if she doesn't put you on child support and this, that, and so forth. She wants to restrict you. Okay? She ultimately doesn't want you to be a man. She wants you to do this. She wants you to do that. Oh, you can't do that. You can't think like that. Oh, you can't look over there. Don't look at this. What are you doing? You know, that's how the majority of these women are, especially the so-called black woman. All right. Now let's go into the. There's another version I want to go into. Let's go into the NIV. It says, "I find more bitter than death the woman who is a snare, whose heart is a trap, and her hands are chains." Okay. Let's go into the BBE version. And I saw a thing more bitter than death, even the woman whose heart is full of tricks. Okay? These women are full of tricks, full of schemes, and they're looking real hard. All right? They're looking real hard at you. Okay? It says, and I saw a thing more bitter than death, even the woman whose heart is full of tricks and nets. Okay? And what do you do with a net? You catch things. All right? And she has cast her net out there to catch these different particular men for different particular reasons. Okay? You know? It says, in whose hands are bands. It says, he with whom Yahweh is pleased will get free from her, but the sinner will be taken by her. Okay? Let's continue on in this video.
He paid for my child's clothing. He took my child to the doctor. He babysat. He took my child to a baseball game, football game. He overall spent his time with my child. And heaven forbid, they call you daddy or stepdad. Right? So now what have you done? You've basically given them enough facts to at least allege that you've taken on the fatherly role. So when you break up with your ex-girlfriend and you say, I'm done with you, you cheated on me, you broke the windows out of my car, I'm through with you, she can then go find a family law lawyer, present to him that fact pattern, and then what? And then you get sued. You may not even have had a sexual relationship with the woman. That's how expansive this can go. So even if you're dating a single mother, and then you interact with that child in any type of way that appears as if you are a parent, and if you break up, she can then use that against you. And then you may have to pay child support. And if you do have to go to court, and then you end up spending thousands of dollars to try to get yourself off the hook. And I'm truly getting tired of...
Let's go to Psalms 94:20. It says, shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by law? You know, and these devils have been set in the power seat, man. Okay? You know, Yahweh Shem Yahushua has put these elite Edomites, you know, in that rulership position. So they're able to decree laws. They're able to set up things like you see on the screen, okay? You know, and they're able to turn everything upside down. Everything is backwards in this system that we live in, okay? The man is on the bottom, the woman's on the top, okay? You know, everything is reversed. The roles are reversed. The genders are reversed, okay? You know, the food is reversed. You know, everything in the society is completely backwards. Okay. Now let's go down to the NLT. It says, can unjust leaders claim that Yahweh is on their side? Okay. Leaders whose decrees permit injustice. All right. You know, and you see all these wicked, unrighteous decrees in this land, you know, or I should say, especially over here in Babylon the Great and over here in America, okay, that you know, constantly are set through or put in place, put in this system that we live in, so to speak, man. Okay, and they're only going to continue. Okay, you know, this devil, according to Revelation 12:12, is about to come down real hard on you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and he's going to do that under law, under his law, with the power of the pen. Okay, you already seen what's brewing with, you know, so-called hate speech, and, you know, not being able to go into certain scriptures and preach the Bible in public, and you know, all the things that are, you know, we see you know, happening around the earth, you know, concerning, you know, anti, you know, SEM-tism. All right. You know, so we see what's brewing, we know what's going on, and we know what's about to happen, okay, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, let's continue on this video.
Hearing people say that real men will step up and take care of the kids. I'm sorry. If we want to go that route, let's just say a real man knows how to protect himself.
Yeah, see, because you get an all-time high of simps on the earth. You know, these weak beta males and effeminate men, okay, that'll actually support this bullshit. You know? So, and this was all the scheme and the plan of these devils, man. Okay? To get these weak men and these beta males and these simps, you know, populating the earth so they can push these certain laws, decrees, set these women up in a certain way, okay? And not only will they have women supporting this type of behavior, but you have a high volume of men that support this type of behavior and this bullshit, man. Okay?
A real man is not a fool. People that say these types of things are not aware of the depth in which men are at a disadvantage in the court system. And not every man has the money or capabilities to litigate these types of cases. So if I was a man in the world today, with the way the laws are stacked against men, there's no way I would even come close to a single mother. I'm sorry. There's too many things that can go wrong. False accusation.
Yeah, so the plot thickens, okay? Because in today's day and age that we live in, you know, a lot of these, and the majority, or I'm not going to say the majority, but a lot of men are like in the type of mindset that they're not having no children with these women, okay? Whether they have kids or not, okay? You know, that's just like completely off the table. They'll date them. They'll be in a particular relationship with them. Maybe even get married to them. But, you know, they're at the point where, you know, I'm not having no type of child or you know, having no kids with any of these women because of the laws and how the system is set up against the man. Okay? You know? And so now, you know, the plot thickens and is even deeper. You know, now it's at where if I even, you know, have any type of relationship with this woman, okay, damn near even just seen by her, with her and her child or children, I could be liable and responsible for taking care of these badass kids. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. You know?
The potential to pay child support even if we're broken up. Anyone that has common sense.
And on top of that, you know what is attached to child support, man? Jail time. Okay? Your paycheck being garnished. So you add all these things in the mix, and you could ultimately get taken to court for a woman that you've never had sex with, for a woman that you do not have children with, all right? And you could be liable and responsible for her kids to the point that it is written in law. And if you miss child support payments, guess what? Okay? On top of them garnishing your check, say you lose your job and they're already taking money out of your check and it starts stacking up and you can't pay, guess what? You're going to be taken back to court and you ultimately get thrown in jail off the strength of, you know, this this law, so to speak, that they can use in the judicial system, in the court system, man. Okay?
Is not going to put themselves in a position to be taken advantage of. At the end of the day, the potential for this to become a lose-lose situation is extremely high.
Yes, extremely high. Okay? And that's how the devil wants it. That's how Esau wants it, man. He's giving more and more power to these women. Okay? You know, and you see on the screen, this is, I believe this is a so-called black woman judge. Okay, that, you know, basically God, I forgot the word they use when they put these judges on file and put them into the system. But, you know, this is what you see, okay? You know, the nigger woman is the so-called white man's pit bull, okay? And she takes orders very, very well from Esau, all right? But to you so-called Negro, Latino, Native American men, she ain't willing to hear. She don't want to listen, man. She wants to submit to you, but she'll submit to this goddamn devil, right? All right. Hey, man. Lord willing, that was edifying. I'm going to put the link in the description box to the brother's video as well. Hey, stay away from her, man. Okay? I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakha Kwadash. Double honors the head apostle, that is a great millstone to rule well and teach well. Peace and blessings to sincere Akim that are pushing this truth all over the four corners of the earth, week in and week out in all truth and sincerity. Till next time, Shalom.